Let's go!
Let's do this, dude. We got to do this like a while back, and it was a much different situation. Ignore my goofball Victor. Character costumes in Tekken 8, and we checked them out before. There was like a less than a third of the roster, I think, that ended up being on there. So now we have the entire roster, the entire compendium of the cast. I think main costume and alternate costume is what we should be focusing on, like main alternate. We can take a look at this from across the cast and just start to give some perspective on everything. Claudio, I'm liking what he's wearing here more than the other one, right? This is definitely an option. I think I like this more. I think I actually like this more, because by default, I don't know, man. The more I'm looking at it, the more I don't know if I like it. He looks like a raver priest. I like this one a little bit more. I'd say this costume is almost looks like a Lars costume. This is also a 6, right? Also a 6. Zafina looks fantastic in this game. Holy crap. This is like the best the character's ever looked. I'd argue she's like a 9. It's up there, dude. This is a fantastic looking character. Holy shit, man. And this is an okay alt, right? I'd say this is also like maybe a 7. You know, maybe a 7. Paul! Did I rate you before, Paul? Again, there's parts of this outfit I don't hate. It just mostly comes down to the absolute weirdest choice of the hair. And the hair is where your focal point goes whenever you look at Paul. So I'll probably end up putting this on like a 4. He looks like a hobo. He kind of is. I mean, I think they're giving that impression, you know? And then this is his alt, which just looks like a create a character. I don't like this one that much either. I'm gonna give this like a 4. With the same crappy hairstyle. The glasses are nice, but Raven. Yeah, all right. He had this color scheme before, right? He definitely did. But damn, is this character cool looking now. I don't think it's a peak. I think it's like an 8. I very much like this, right? His alt is right here. He's a sex laker now. What? No, I'm gonna give a big no on this one. In my opinion, this ain't it. Yeah, his default 4 is actually an old Tekken 5 costume, which is really cool. Don't get me wrong. This one's like, yeah, this is badass. But this is his like new alternate in this game. This ain't it. This is like a 5. Victor, I can't help it. It's basic and simple, but it's a goddamn like 9 out of 10, dude. It's not peak, but it's like a 9 out of 10. Victor looks ridiculously cool in this game. I don't know what to tell you. It's as simple as that. His alt, though, I'm not a huge fan on. I think it's okay. I almost wish he got like combat armor in the same way that Lee does, right? I almost wish. But I think this one's like a 7. At least for me personally, it's like a 7. Reina! It's a 10. I hate fighting against this chick so bad, but it's simple, it's effective. I like the fact that it isn't like go too hard in any specific direction. She's hot, she's cool, she's badass, like she's everything. This is a great character design with a great outfit. I honestly think she's a 10. They did an amazing job. Her alt is a bit much. Now we have an overcomplicated like version. This reminds me of the old Asuka alt from Tekken 5, right? Remember that hidden costume? I'm gonna give this one like an 8. Azucena. I think it's like a 7. It's a decent costume. And then you get 10 out of 10. Wow. How is the alt literally an easy 10? What the shit, bro? Let's just take Katarina, but make her look mad cool. It's really good. I don't know why this isn't the default. I don't get it. Great design. I don't get it. Shaheen looks better. It isn't a super powerful character design, though. I do think I like him a little bit better than before. Maybe 6.5, because 6 feels too low. I go 6.5. This is alt. Oh, mad fancy. Damn. You know who, obviously, which character this screamed at me to was like, oh, this is like Law. I like this one a lot more. I know shit would give this one like an 8. Yeah. I think this is quite cool. And then there's Law. God damn. To be real, I might get this like a 9. And that seems odd, but I appreciate how simple it is. And I think in Tekken, I have to give some characters more credit for that when it just sort of hits. I think it's the best Law has ever looked. I really do. It's incredibly cool, dude. It's a good design. And then You know what? I'll give the previous one an 8 because this one gets the 9. It's an obvious Bruce Lee reference, so that's nice, you know? But I think I was giving the previous one a bit too high of a rating because I wouldn't give this a 10, but I love it. The literal Bruce Lee reference. Damn, did Leroy even change that much from before? Did you even need to change much? It's just so good. I mean, Leroy as a character, much less his costume. Let me see what his Tekken 7 looked like. Oh, this is way better, bro. This shit's good. I think this is like a 9. And then possibly a 10 alt. Grandpa Drip. That's a cool ass Tekken character. Never been a huge fan of Leo's design, just in general. It's always been very similar to Rock Howard. Now, I don't like the fact that they have like this big, long coat. To me, this is like a totally right down the middle character design. It's like a 5. I'm curious what the alt is. This is at least something. I don't like it much more. This feels like this is like the youngest character. This feels very juvenile, right? I'll give it like a 6. You know, it's a little bit better. Panda! I like it that they cutified the shit out of her. I mean, it's a panda. What is there to say? It's like a 7. And the alt is a giant B. I'll give it an 8. It gets one point above. It's cute as shit, all right? It's cute as shit. Asuka's new design sucks! Sorry. I think this design sucks! Is it just me? Are all the Asuka fans, like, into this shit? She's goddamn Donald Duck. I don't like it. I really don't. I might give this like a 4. Because if it was any other character but Asuka, it's like, okay, well, what are you going for? It's all right. What's the alt? Oh, the alt's traditional. I mean, that's nice, but it's like a 6. It's kind of middle of the road, you know? I might give it a 2. And it's because it's Lee. I just really disagree with what they're going through here. For what Lee is as a character, Lee or Violet or whatever, at least to me, like completely opposite of what the character is. Like, what are we doing here? Why is the chin thing there? Why are you wearing ski goggles? What the fuck is going on? And then, holy sweet dumb shit, dude. 9. Maybe a 9.5. Probably the best Lee has looked in a hell of a long time, dude. What the hell? I'm so confused. They only gave him the weird body armor because of the story stuff, you know? He looks so cool. The sash and everything. This is so cool. Jesus, it's a literal perfect character now. Xiaoyu. Fantastic. Probably the best Xiaoyu's ever looked, in my opinion. I'll give it like an 8.5. I'll actually be generous. I'll give it a 9. Because of all the Xiaoyu's that have existed before, I think this one looks the best. It's elegant. It's cool looking. The new color scheme gets a little bit away from the bright orange stuff that she sort of had in the past. I like it a lot. There it is. And now she just looks like Athena. What the hell? It's like a cheerleader outfit. Huh? Damn. Okay. It's like a 7. We talked about Jin before. This is an amazing costume. Amazing. A great redesign. It's a 9. I don't think we're a 10 out of 10, but I think it's legit super good. This one might actually be a 9.5. What the heck did I rate this before? I love this one, dude, because this one feels like it calls back to an actual evolution of the Tekken 3 costume, which we never really felt like we got. This might be a 10. Yeah. To be real, I'm kind of leaning that, damn, dude, this is the new Jin. This feels like Jin has moved forward in some way. Instead of like trying to hide himself, it's like, no, this is now Jin 2.0 instead of Jin being a different person or a devil Jin or something like that. I dig it, dude. I really dig this costume. Kaz is just a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Jesus Christ, look at this. Look at this character, dude. He's 10 out of 10. He's just amazing looking. There's nothing else to say. And then his old alt is fine. Again, this sits around a 6. There's a lot of 6s in here, you know? I'm starting to notice that. This is okay. Nina's new design. I'm glad they brought back the purple. And they gave her like mega super sexy spy dress purple thing. I think it's really good. So many sunglasses in this game. Also, the sunglasses is a good call. 9 out of 10. Very nice. Oh, and this is kind of sick too. Oh, god damn. I think this is also a 9, to be honest. I think this one is also super sick. 10 out of 10. Considering how dumb this guy has looked in so many games, this once again feels like, okay, let's go back to Tekken 3 and see how we evolve this character in some way. Simple, effective, good colors, good color scheme. The dumbass eye patch is gone. And this is a cool alt. The stupid ass eye patch is back. This is a Splatoon alt. You know, I don't hate it. It's like a 7, maybe 7.5, but not an 8. Feng, this is getting a bit insane, Feng. How many Christmas ornaments are on you? And I don't mind it. Look at this 26-year-old man. Look at him. Look at his receding hairline. It's digging into the back of his skull. Look at this 26-year-old man. I'll give it like a 7. I have an issue when it feels like it's a whole bunch of like custom items on him. I might actually drop it to a 6. I don't know if I like this. What's his alts like? Oh, goddamn. Oh my god, and this is a powerful 9. Wow! And it has like the red because like Chinese and like red color is a big cultural thing. Fuck, dude, this looks so good. Oh my god! You know what? I'm giving it a 10. Jesus, dude, how could you pick any other costume when this exists? Yoshi, what the heck did we rate Yoshi before? I like this design a lot. I don't think it's peak Tekken 3, but I think it's close to being like a 9. The problem is that Tekken 3 Yoshi exists. We have perspective, but it's quite good. It's neat to see like a blue Yoshimitsu that isn't a fish. Speaking of fish, this just looks like some Monster Hunter shit. I don't hate it though. It's a 7. Kuma, yes. Yeah, giving him Heihachi references I think is a wonderful touch. This is just a bear in any other game. This is Kuma, the bear, not a Kuma. Don't get confused. A bear out of 10. Look at the alt, hold on a second. What? It's also an 8. Lili, fantastic new design, right? Jesus. This is the best the character's ever looked. Do I think it's insanely top tier? I don't, but I think it's an 8. The prissy rich queen girl, definitely better than before. Oh, wow. This is so similar to Manon. It's simple, though. It's a 7. I kind of like it. Not, you know what? I might actually give it an 8. Yeah, this is a cool costume. This is what she's gonna wear to like the Grammys or some shit. Alisa new design is okay. I dig it. It's a weird color scheme. Like she's almost got a clown's color scheme, but I don't hate it. I think it's the best Alisa's ever looked. The dress is a good touch, but all the wings and shit are a bit much. I'm sorry, all the feathers. I'll give it a 7. She's like cotton candy. She's like cotton candy bubblegum or bubble yum, whatever it is. Damn, now she's just a Xenosaga character. And weirdly, this feels very generic. I'll give this one like a 6. I don't love this. Lars' new design. Busy as shit, right? But this is ridiculous in a way that is not nearly reaching like Devil Jin Tekken 7 territory, right? At least he looks like moderately cool, in my opinion. I give it like an 8. It ain't there yet, though. It's not entirely there yet. His alt is kind of cool. I'd honestly give this alt like an 8. It's not bad. It's really not bad. It's a 10. I don't know. I don't think it's a 7. I think for what Jun has been historically in the Tekken series and what she is now, and her being so different than all the other female characters, much less the rest of the characters, it's simple, it's traditional, but it's also kind of like heavenly, her design overall. I think there's a lot of intentional elements going into this that are very smart. I dig it. I really do. I think this is a great redesign. This just looks like a Neo costume. I'll give this like a 7. Devil Jin. So many layers, bro. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So that makes it an 8. It's cool. It's the best Devil Jin's ever looked, in my opinion. And he's looking a bit more vampire-like and more Kazuya Tekken Tag-like, which I think is also a good call. 8.5. I like the callbacks to the connection to Kazuya a bit more in character design, because he hasn't had that. Now it's like, oh, what is this character looking close to? This. That makes sense because he is literally Devil Guy. So I appreciate that. There's some storytelling going on here. Look what I just bought. Check this shit out. This is the only time some weird fuzzy coat thing has worked on Jin or Devil Jin, because I think it does work here. Weirdly enough, I give it the same rating because this is the best looking, like, old school. Devil Jin's always had a stupid design. I'm just gonna call it right now. It's not that great, but this is the best looking, like, Devil Jin design, in my opinion. Still, it's like a 7.5. I'm not completely sold on it. And this shit, garbage. Just throw it away. Just throw it away. All right, Jack 8. Bitch literally became a Panasonic VCR from 1987. What is happening here, dude? This is supposed to be like an upgrade. He is looking much more weapon-like. I'll give them that, right? They're trying to turn him more into like a walking like gun than ever before. I still think it's a 7 though. Jack's always had a very goofy design, right? Damn, suddenly he became some weird ass cyberpunk character. I like this. I'm gonna give this an 8, maybe an 8.5. I was sort of taken back by like what the hell this is. I kind of don't hate it. I think it's kind of cool. They really are going ham on like the luchador feel. More than it's been in a long time, right? I think it's quite cool. It's a little busy in some areas with a lot of stuff. To be real, I'll give this like a 9. I do like it though. It's got some good detail on it and some good where your eyes are going, right? And the Jaguar mask looks better than it ever has. Like, my God, dude, that's actually a huge part of it. Almost Day of the Dead looking, right? I might give this one a 9.5. I think I really dig this one. I think it's weird. Okay, you know what? I'm bringing it down to an 8. You know why I'm bringing it down to an 8? I don't absolutely love the face. The more I'm looking at the face, the more I don't like it. And the more I'm looking at the face, the more it's going down again. It's a 7 now. I should stop looking at it. If it had just the Jaguar mask, I think it'd be dope. Steve! Steve, stop moving. I don't like the coat. I mean, granted, his face is effed up. I get it, right? But I just don't like his weird coat. Giant, like, emblems on the shoulders. And there's just a whole fucking chain. I don't know, man. Coat ain't doing it for me. I think this one misses the mark. I'm gonna give this one like a 5. Oh! Oh, I like this a lot. Wow. Wow, you know what's weird is that this is supposed to be Steve Fox, like, down on his luck Steve Fox, you know? And the weirdest thing is that they just gave him the Ken coat. Him and Ken both have somewhat similar story where they're like down on their luck type of shit. And they both have a similar costume that kind of works. You know, this is like an 8. I actually like this one. You know why I like it? Also because his sleeves are up, dude. Like, you're a boxer, man. Like, and Dragunov also getting a big ass coat was hella smart. He looks cooler. This is a good example of like a simple but effective character design. I actually think this might be a 9, weirdly enough, because I don't like Dragunov in any way, but this is a cool outfit. His alternate just looks like Lost Planet Man. Splinter Cell / Lost Planet guy. I don't think it's tactical at all. It's definitely lacking something for me, man. You know what would be better? Take off the visor. You know what would help a ton? At least to see his face a little bit, like just see his dead ass eyes. Bryan feels like this is the same costume he's ever had. This feels identical to every single Bryan outside of maybe Tekken 3, and it's also really close to Tekken 3, but Tekken 3 had like a shirt. I'm sure it's different. I'm sure it is. It just feels the exact same. And if I look at the old ones, I'll probably see the differences, but it's like a 7. Bryan's got a good design. Yeah, what's his Wesker costume? I don't hate this, but I don't like the puffy bits. I'll give it an 8. The weird foam pads, you don't need that, man. It looks like he's trying to, you know, become an extra on the Matrix or some shit. Well, there you go. Here's the crazy thing. I think Tekken 8 has some very powerful character designs. And in some ways, they have felt just messy and all over the place early on. And like, man, the early impressions from like Paul and stuff was like, dude, what is going on? Like, what is this shit? Some of them are like that, right? For sure. But in reality, like more than half of the characters in Tekken 8, I think are some of the best the characters have looked in Tekken. Especially some of the main roster characters. I think they've done an amazing job at upgrading just the visual quality and clarity of how they look in a fighting game. I kind of like it. They are very good striking profile fighting game characters. For the most part. Yeah, overall, Tekken 8's got some fantastic characters.